gets me. It gets me every time.
Don't touch the microphone.
Don't touch the microphone.
Just because I heard the audio cut out.
Oh, damn. Fired up on a Friday.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Fired up on a Friday morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fired Up Live. Yesterday, we were live with Jesus,
Yeah.
Feliciano,
Woo!
Innovative Technical Service 1, Flow Rider. Ben Cologne was in the building. PKI Group, Flow Rider, and Fed Nation coming together, doing work. Come to find out, these guys are on projects together, doing things, working, community, and these things are all possible when things are on the up and up, and you're doing good and you're doing the right thing. Good things happen. I love it.
I love that they brought up that it was through LinkedIn that they connected.
It was through LinkedIn that they initially connected. And listen, this is the power of the internet, the power of social media. Been talking about it for a lot of years now. And, you know, whether you know it or not, you're smack dab in the middle of the revolution. You're smack dab in the middle of the change. You're smack dab in the middle of this disruption.
That's what you literally just posted about.
I just posted about it. You know, and that people might be saying, oh, they're snickering behind my back and they're making jokes behind my back. Go ahead. Joke all you want. We're going to find out who was right in the next 20, 30 years. I'll see you at the finish line and we'll talk about it. What do you think, Lise?
I'm just with Taz right now.
What's Taz up to?
Taz is in the building, and for some reason, our internet is also slow. That's so funny. Arcans is in the house with our one internet cable.
There he is. That's your Midwest Fed region leader.
Oh,
Fedgroup.com and check it out.
the microphone's cutting out again because you're touching it.
I touch it all the time, though.
Is the button on the clip?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't know. Try not to touch it.
You're touching random wires.
Yeah, I don't know. I won't touch anything. So we got a lot to talk about today. First things first, I think.
What's first?
FEDCon.
Uh-oh.
So we have our first silver sponsor. I'm not making an announcement, just yet, but we'll definitely be revealing that.
Yes.
Because we want to give them a shout out once we get more of the details together. But with that, we have some. Listen, we sold some tickets. We're selling some sponsorships. Get on board. I know it could be one of those things where you're like, oh, I don't think I need to be a part of this, or I don't even know what's going on here. This is going to be one of those things 10 years from now that you're like, damn, I wish I was on the ground level. I wish I was a part of the beginning of this and part of the founding members of it, right? You want to be part of history. You want to be part of something. We're gonna make something big here.
So I actually have a comment here. What's FEDCon? So how about you dive into that?
What's up, Anthony? Appreciate you being here on the live. So FEDCon, Fed is the Food Equipment Digital Disruptors, and it is about putting the skilled trades on the map. It's about bringing the food equipment industry together as a stronger community from all channels, from reps and dealers to service companies, consultants, manufacturers. Everyone has a spot here, and it's about uplifting the industry. It's about finding new talent. It's about teaching the importance of digital media and branding and showing people how to do it right for this industry. And FEDCon this is our second one. This is a collection of people that are going to come together like-minded from, again, all aspects of the food equipment industry. And we're going to be talking about what you need to do in this decade to be successful in your digital branding efforts and your digital media efforts. We're going to have inspirational keynotes, which we're going to be releasing our first inspirational keynote video here today. So stay tuned. In a little bit, we'll do that. It's unique. It's more of an experience. And the theme of this, as you see floating behind me, rotating behind me, is Fed to the Future. It's a Back to the Future theme. And I think it's perfect. It's fed to the future. That's what we're about. And so we're going to get people in the room, manufacturers, reps, dealers. We're going to have panels. We're going to have discussions on the things that are affecting the industry right now and how we can change them and put real actionable items in place. Bring awareness to the trades. We want to find new technicians. We want to bring people into operations and sales. And all of this is going to happen the louder we get together. So I hope that explains a little bit in a nutshell, but you can go to thefedgroup.com and learn even more about that. And we have a new blog post up over there too by Danny Kuntz, the man, the myth, the legend. Woo! Over at Windy City Equipment, dropping some gems. I just read it actually this morning, fully. Sorry, Danny, I didn't proofread it. I trusted you though. But I read this morning, gems in there. Go check it out. And it dawned on me when I read it that these are great things to be fired up about, and maybe like go through some of these points on a fired up.
Sure.
And maybe even bring Danny on to go through them.
I would love that.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of entered my head. So I think that'll be cool at one point. And yeah, so that's it, brother. I hope that gives you some insight.
Yeah, Anthony says this sounds like a great event. I love it. And Chris also added digital disruptors showcasing the industry. Yes, promoting the skilled trades for the next generation.
Yeah, and also Anthony, if you're still here, through their eyes, that's another piece of the puzzle of putting the trades to the top of the list for everybody, because there's such a need right now. You don't realize how important these men and women out there are until you need them. Yep. What happens when you need a plumber? And what happens? You don't think of plumbers, electricians, welders, carpenters, food equipment service techs to keep fryers and ovens running. You don't think about them until you need them. But like Mike Rowe says, these are the people out here in the trenches making civilized lives possible. And they're needed. And they're going out and retiring faster than anyone's coming in. So we need to start piquing some interests and tickling the thoughts and minds of these younger people, or I even say even the guy or girl sitting in an office right now going, I'm ready for something new, a career change. It doesn't matter if you're 30, 40, 50. There's a place and opportunity here for everybody. And you're talking about money, you're talking about benefits and all the rewarding things that a career could bring you. They're all here. And through their eyes, Anthony, if you want to go to Fed TV, check that out. We have a new series, first episode with Jesus Feliciano. It's a day in the life kind of thing. And he's bringing you through things, and we're talking about things. So check that out.
So Jesus made it home, and now he's getting ready to hit the road.
Well, Jesus, I'm glad you made it home. I'm sure Ben made it home too. Great meeting you finally for the first time in person. And I said I knew this guy was going to be hitting the road right away. I knew it. I hope you had a nice meeting with your son this morning. And listen, man, go out there and do your thing. Be safe. Be safe with all you do.
I'm ready to show off this new keynote speaker.
Check this out, Lisa. Without further ado, the first inspirational keynote, which will be there on day one of FEDCon, to get you all really thinking about the culture of good. Because this is not just about digital branding and marketing from a perspective of posting all stuff. There's a lot of other stuff that goes into it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, check out your first speaker at FEDCon 2022, Mr. Ryan McCartney.
What's up, everyone? Ryan McCartney here. I'm going to be with you at FEDCon in April of 2022. Can't wait to be there. I know you're going to have a great time because, number one, I'll be there. Number two, there's great leaders that are coming together in the food industry, and the supply industry, and food equipment, and all of the industry will be there for FEDCon. You don't want to miss it. We're going to talk about 3 areas of your life and work where you're going to have a positive impact this coming year. Number one, in the world. How are you impacting and contributing to greater good with your neighbors? How are you being a great citizen through your business? Secondly, in your workplace, how is that peer-to-peer culture and growing that engagement where people are showing up to work and they love the people they work with, and the teams and the leaders are leading them in a way that they're going toward the success that you're looking for in the workplace. And thirdly, in your own well-being. This is where it all begins. You've got to learn how, and I've got to learn how to lead ourselves really well before we can lead anything else. So in your well-being, in your workplace, and in your world, FEDCon 2022, I'm going to be with you on stage, in the crowd. We're going to be learning together. Don't miss it.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, that's your first inspirational keynote speaker, Ryan McCartney. He's going to be there so we have April 25th is the opening reception. So April 26th, that man's going to take stage and get you on your feet, get you thinking a little differently. We need to start paying attention to the new world order. The old school things just don't work. They don't exist in this world anymore. We have to be better. We have to treat our employees with respect, with understanding, with care.
I have to bring this comment in, and it's relevant. So Josh
Hell
just
yeah.
hired a 36-year-old apprentice that was a former HR manager and longed to work with his hands. Tons of opportunity in this industry.
I mean, there it is, Josh. That there it is. You know, we go through life and we think we're supposed to do something. We think, you know, society tells us you have to go to school, you have to go to college, you have to get a job, you have to have security, you got to be safe. This guy probably took a leap of faith
Yeah.
at 36 because this is not something you just say, oh, I'm just going to go do this. Maybe if you were 26 or 21, it's like, oh, I'll just go do this, I'll do this. But when you get to that your 30s, because I'm here, I'm you know 39, I'm right.
Exiting.
I'm exiting, but we're 3 years away. Listen, it's not easy to just make that change and that jump. So kudos to this guy for seeing the opportunity and seizing it. And, you know, 36, by the time he's 41, I can only imagine where he might be if he really says, you know, I'm going to give my all to it. You give your all to this thing, you could write your own ticket in a lot of different ways. And yeah, I mean, that's the potential.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Josh. That's awesome.
Yeah. Going back to Ryan McCartney real quick.
Lost your audio. Touch the mic again. I don't know. It's every time you touch it. Nope. I don't hear you. There you go. Oh, I'm back. You're
I'm
back.
good?
Yep.
All right.
Don't touch the mic.
Oh, this is pathetic. I need to get a better mic.
I guess so. Something, maybe it fell or something. I don't know.
I need to get a better mic. Okay. Ryan McCartney.
Yes, Ryan McCartney.
So Ryan McCartney, you can go check him out on LinkedIn for sure. He's there. Dude's got an open mind, open heart. Brings a lot of positive energy, and he's gonna fill the room with that energy. And this is your indicator right now. Go to FEDDCon.com and get your tickets. We're gonna sell out. I'm just telling you right now. We got Josh, we got Taz, region leaders. They're out there. They're pounding the pavement. We got we got some videos up on FEDCon.com on the ticket page. Go watch Josh and Taz give you a little insight and chat about why you need to be there. You got to be there. This is the beginning of something massive. And I know maybe you're saying to yourself, well, this guy's crazy. And you know what? Maybe I am crazy. Why don't you come down to Arizona and see how crazy we are?
Yeah,
come get crazy with us.
We're pretty crazy.
We are crazy. We dream big.
We do.
But we're working hard. We're doing our thing. We're not worrying about what anybody's saying. We're keeping our horse blinders on, and we're just focused on what's ahead. And that's it.
Another great question from Anthony. He says, I just checked out FedCon website. How many people are you expecting to attend? Great
question, Anthony. We are expecting 200 attendees, and we're expecting about 15 to 20 sponsors, I would say.
Yep.
And there'll be a Connection Express area. So what that is, you know, when you get a sponsorship, you're going to get a booth. And with that booth is going to be the Connection Express area. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have music playing. We're going to have a coffee bar. It's going to be lively. You're going to get to go in. You're going to get to mingle with people, network, and see what might be best fit for an opportunity for you and your team. That's what's going to be going down there. There's going to be a lot of industry leaders there, thought leaders there that are going to be, you know, and they're open. They're ready to share and bring things like Roger Smelser. This guy's willing to give anything and everything you want. He'll give it all away. What you do with that information is up to you, but he's willing to give you what he has, all the knowledge that he has. Guys like that are going to be in the building. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what industry you're in, Anthony.
Yeah, let us know.
What industry are you in? What are you up to?
But this is a conference unlike any other in the food equipment industry.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's like I said, it's an experience. Opening reception, we're gonna have the DeLorean on the property. You're gonna have an opportunity to take some great pictures, great content opportunities. We're gonna have the Fed carpet out. We're gonna have music playing. I'm gonna look to do a fired up live session with Josh and Taz to get everybody fired up for the conference, give them some insight into some of the stuff that's gonna be going down. We're gonna have cocktails flowing. Our signature drink's gonna be there.
Yes.
I mean, this is so much that's gonna be going down.
And it all stems from the community, from Fed Nation.
Yeah, it doesn't happen without them. You guys and girls are the ones that kind of brought this to the table. When you look back to May 2019, where we sat in a dinner at an Italian restaurant.
No singing.
No singing. And we, there was like 20 of us, and I can't believe people even showed up to that.
Yeah.
I mean, 2019 was like, who's watching? I didn't even know people were watching.
And at the first Fed conference, you had 70 people.
70 people at the first conference in Miami. And again, Fed TV can give you some more insight into some of those speakers and some of the stuff that went down there. But, when we got together in May 2019, it was one of those things where it was like, Rich, listen, we want to change the industry for the better. We want to find more technicians. How do we blow this thing up? How do we go viral? And I had one answer. I said together, that's how we go viral. I can't go viral by myself. We're not doing crazy stunts and pranks and all kinds of crazy stuff that gets those views, like million views. And by the way, we don't want to be that. We don't want to be. We don't want to be taken as like a joke. So we're putting out real content, real stuff for real people in the industry that brings value. So I think we're doing that. I really think we're doing that. And when we sat down in that dinner, that's when like the light bulb went off. Okay, we got to get these people in a room. We got to put panels together. We got to get things can take action from, that we don't just talk about it and then leave and then go off into the sunset and then I'll see you again in a year or two. And we wanted to keep the conversation going. So the Facebook group keeps the conversations going all day long. We're going to have the membership, Fed membership, that's going to be coming, a whole community through the fedgroup.com. It's going to be unbelievable with the content and everything behind that. And, we got those people in a room, 70 people. I still stand here today. I look back at some of the stuff and I'm like, that happened.
Yeah.
That happened. And now we're doing it again. And I'm as nervous as I've ever been. I'm worried as I've ever been. That, there's always those things, when you're trying to put something together and you're trying to build, you have those fears in the back of your head. Like, is anyone going to show up? Are people going to buy tickets? Is anyone going to want to sponsor this? Who the hell cares about me? Who cares about the Fed group? Who cares? Well, we find out day in and day out from messages and emails and ticket sales and sponsorships slowly starting to develop that people do care. And they want to put this industry on the map like never before. And it's going to happen together. That's the important part of this, that you're needed. You're necessary. People say to me, oh, no one cares. I talk to people. They go, oh, no, I'm not going to do a video. Nobody cares what I have to say.
Yeah.
You're wrong. You're wrong. People do care what you have to say. That's why people are on YouTube putting out videos, and we're watching, listening to podcasts, and we're watching videos, and we're reading blogs, and we're following people, because people care what other people have to say. And if you're following someone that has done something that you want to do, you're gonna be zoned in.
That's your inspiration too.
That's inspiration. I mean, I look at Gary Vee over the years, and I don't watch a ton of his content like I used to. I absorbed a lot of it about 4, 5, 6 years ago, whatever, when he was really just coming on the scene and getting famous. But I took a lot of that in and I started implementing it here. Not just the stuff for the social media stuff, but the way he runs his business. You see the stuff he's putting out. He said the best marketing strategy is care.
Sounds like he stole that from you.
He stole that from me. He probably said that long before I would have. And that's that is the marketing strategy. That's the marketing strategy for Malachi. That's the marketing strategy for Fed. It's about caring for other people. We have technicians that fix equipment. We're solving problems. We're doing different things every day. But the bottom line is, it's people.
And I brought up a comment that Quentin said. He says, Fed is a part of our souls. and for a lot of people listening, I know what Rich is saying might sound repetitive, but I just want to reiterate that we just had a question. You know, what is FEDCon? Some people who tune in might not know what Fed is, what FEDCon is. So just had to, explain a little bit.
100%. We got, yeah. I mean, and listen, and there's nothing wrong with being redundant. I don't think, because when you're trying to get your message across and you're trying to let people know what's going on in your world, in your life, when you're trying to promote something, when you have a message or a vision inside you, you have to keep saying it over and over again. You have to keep telling it day in and day out. And it might be repetitive, but that's who we are.
Yep.
You have to say. And by the way, the 8 people, 9 people, whatever, the 50 people who saw me last week could be a completely different set of 50 people this week.
Yeah.
I don't know that. Not everybody sees every live. Not everybody sees every post. So we have to keep at it. We have to keep pounding our message across. And, with Fed Nation and, with all that's going on, it's, we're going to keep pumping. We're going to keep pumping it out. And the road to FedCon is alive. It's fire. It's fired up. And we need you. We need you there.
I'll post up the Ryan McCartney video for anyone who didn't catch it. I will be posting that on all over our channels.
Yeah. Are we putting that on fedcon.com should we have like a speaker page?
Yes, we'll put it in the agenda on the agenda page.
Yeah. So it'll live there too. So you'll we're gonna, and as we release, and we have we haven't locked this in yet. I should send an email today.
Yes. I know we have a lot of stuff to do.
We have a very, very, very big speaker for day 2 that I don't know if he's gonna. I forget if we said, are we gonna close it out or is he gonna open it in the morning? No, he's gonna open. He's opening in the morning.
Yes.
He's gonna kick off day 2. I'm just gonna tell you right now, get a good night's sleep on April 26th, because on April 27th, when you wake up, you're gonna come over. You're gonna go to FedCon. You're gonna sit down. You're gonna have an amazing breakfast. There's no stops. You got potatoes, bacon, sausage, eggs, toast, pancakes, French toast, whatever it's going to be. Enjoy, relax, have some coffee, and then maybe take 10, 15 minutes, go over to the Connection Express area before we introduce this major speaker. He's going to have you on your feet. He might have you stand on your seat. And it's going to get loud.
It will be loud because we are loud.
Yes. And he's going to get you ready for the day. He's going to get the blood pumping for the day. I think because we did talk, I'm actually going to close this thing out. I'm going to close it out.
I think so.
I'm going to close the conference out. I said, Lisa, I don't think I need to be on stage and speak. Let's bring other people. And she was like, no, you have to.
This is all tentative. So agenda is in creation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we're working on it. But one of the things I wanted to talk about too was the breakfast hash round table.
Oh, lost audio. Oh. There you go. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out.
This
later.
breakfast hash round table. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I want to get the ball rolling on this because Quentin made a post a little while ago. Hang tight, and hang tight.
Put the music on.
Hang tight. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's all right. So Quentin said. He said, got an email yesterday from a manufacturer showing a change in startup policy. Instead of flat rate, now it's a set time plus travel. The times are generous too. I'd like to think that the condo and Fed Nation maybe had something to do with it. Maybe not. Either way, let's keep the discussion alive. Hashtag community over competition. Hashtag Fed Nation. So this breakfast hash round table is, I think, going to be tremendously the word of the year. Tremendously. It's going to be tremendous. I think it's tremendous. It's amazing, Lisa, what we're going to do, what we can do together. It'll be amazing.
Very good.
Thank you very much. Anyway, so I think it's important that we get manufacturers, reps. We get a nice breakfast hash round table where we're and again pre-recorded. We'll edit it, make sure it's approved by everybody, that we all feel good about putting this out, and none of us speak out of turn, because we want to make sure this is a positive thing and something to bring about the change. This is just an industry that's status quo, and I don't know. It's just I want to see it evolve. My dad told me, when I first went to these conferences, all these different ones that I've gone to with my dad. He's like, Rich, listen, it was like 2005, six, whatever it was. He's like, let me tell you something. 20 years ago, when I started coming to these things, they were talking about the same stuff they're talking about today.
Hmm.
Well, 20 years later, after that, we're still talking about the same stuff. Nothing changes.
Oh, it got
Nothing
dark in
changes.
here. The sun went away.
The sun went. Don't let the sun go down on me.
It's coming back.
It's coming back. But nothing changes. Nothing changes. So I think a breakfast hash round table is something really cool, powered by Fed Nation. Maybe we get a sponsor to get in this thing to bring it even further to light. Because when you get a sponsor, we also have them sharing it on their channels, and it could get it can get shared. We want to share this thing. So if you're interested in being on the breakfast hash round table, where we're going to bring real time, and I think, and we talked about Jeff. What did Jeff say? Did I have him here?
Yes.
We were talking to
Jeff.
Victory. My brain fart. We were talking to Jeff Victory. Jeff, who's going to be maybe do a fired up takeover, but bringing your own topics and then kind of figuring out what to talk about, like inventory, manufacturer service partnerships. I wrote some things down. I scribbled. So bringing some topics to the table and diving in to see how we can create that change. Understanding that the service side of this thing, it's evolved. And, back in the day, the whole structure of this industry was different. There was, again, and we talked about this, there was territories, there was parts, there was labor, it was an abundance of ways to make that profit that we need, that we love, where warranty was actually something profitable. It's not the same. And that's okay. I'm not complaining. There's high value in manufacturer service partnerships. There's high value in a lot of the stuff that goes on, but I think the lack of, I don't want to say the lack of care, but maybe just there's no like rust for this change. There's no like, I see it's evolving on this side. It's just like, we'll probably get there in the next 10 years. No, we need to get there in the next 10 months, and it can happen. When you're talking about Quentin, we're talking about these startups and these times and all this stuff. That's where we need to get. These flat fee things, they just don't cut it. And I know guys that have been in this industry, 40 years, 50 years. They're going, this is fine. It's fine. Well, cool. That's cool for you. Maybe that's how you did things for 40, 50 years. And people don't like change. People are creatures of habit, and they're okay with it. I'm not okay with it. I like change. I know change is hard, and we struggle sometimes. We're feeling it. We're seeing it right now. There's a million things that I got going on right now with change. I have no idea how I'm going to get through it, but I'm going to get through it. And I'm just going to make decisions, and I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to keep going, and we're going to get to it, and it's all going to fall into place. Same thing here. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about the things that are on our minds. Talk about the things that need to be changed. And listen, this is not a one-way discussion. Manufacturers need to have their say. That's what a partnership is. It's not a dictatorship. But a lot of these things, there's a lot of dictatorship stuff going on. But the tables are about to turn. And again, service technicians are the gold. They're gold. You could sell as much stuff as you want in that field. Go for it. If you don't have qualified people to handle the installs, to handle the startups, to handle the service, there's a price to pay for that. And years ago, when there was an abundance of technicians, you know what? Nobody was paying attention. But guess what? Tables have turned. The tables have turned. And I want the Fed Group to be at the forefront of change and impact. And I think we can. There's nothing holding us back. Nothing. Do it with respect. Do it with passion. And do it, because if we don't, we're going backwards. You got anything going on here?
That was just so passionate and inspiring. I didn't want to interrupt.
Well, thank you.
Quentin says there is still a disconnect, and Josh says,
There is.
Well, our margins are smaller today than back when. Also,
Our margins are shrinking, and listen, the food equipment service side. Listen, it is. I'm not going to say it's not a profitable business. I mean, obviously, we're profitable. It's a profitable business. We do good business, but that doesn't hang or live on the backs of the warranty. It just doesn't. I talk with, and maybe not everybody wants to come out loud and say it. And I won't put anybody's names on blast if they want to come on a Fired Up Live and talk about it. And I'm not saying anything bad either. I'm not saying anything bad. I don't think anybody doesn't know already if you're in the business. We don't make our money in warranty. We make our money on after the warranty. And that's why, there was so much discussion years ago when manufacturers were going from 1 year to 2 years and 2 year to 3 years and 3 year to 5 years. We're like, well, when the hell do we get to come in and make $1? That was the big discussion. And there was this discussion on, okay, well, you're going to give us this labor rate for year 1. And it might be, let's just whatever, hypothetically, it's $80. Well, year 2, we want 85. Year 3, we want 90. So we can continue to at least make a little bit more money on all these warranty calls that come that you're covering that we don't get to sell a part on. Now we don't get to sell the part when it fails because parts fail. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We want to be there for those things. When that compressor goes out or when that gas valve, sticks open and all these, whatever it might be. We want to be there for that after the warranty period. That's where the money is. That's where the profit is. That's where we go first.
Josh says, I'll effing say it. Warranty work brings my margin down.
Bingo. And it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. And there's some manufacturers out there that pay street rate. Should I say it again for the people in the back?
Go ahead.
There's some manufacturers out there that pay street rate.
There's an explosion.
Boom. That's honestly where we need to be at this point. It really is. And, and then when you call for service and you say, Rich, how come you didn't get here yet? It's not that we don't care. It's that we have top paying customers that are expecting that top paying response time.
Jason adds, manufacturers need to see the value in service. Customer service does not stop at the sale. It is an ongoing relationship, and service companies are a key part of that.
Bingo, Jason. It doesn't end. It doesn't end there. And that's the key point, I think, right there. Because after that sale and the person who sold it goes away, who do you think they're left with? They're left with this face, this mug. Not even my mug, the technicians' mugs. Those happy, smiley faces that walk through the door that are there to help. They're left with us. And we're an extension of the manufacturer. We're their eyes, we're their ears, we're their representatives. We are everything. When we walk through the door on a warranty call for any piece of equipment, for any manufacturer, they go, oh, thank God, the XYZ guy's here. Because they think that, a lot of times they think that we're the company. They don't even know some of these people. That we're an independent service company representing the manufacturer. Sometimes we have to explain things. Now, obviously, our customers that have been with us a long time know, but you get these new customers that don't get it. So we have to move things along. I think a breakfast hash round table is very important. I want to put something in development. I know we got a lot going on. Josh, by the way, if you're still here, I was working on some stuff with the keynote talks that we're going to be putting on at Cefesa. We'll have to circle back together because I want to make sure that we got the PowerPoint and the video and all this stuff locked and loaded so we can bring some massive inspiration and bring the house down in that joint. But what was I saying?
Sounds like you're out of gas.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not out of gas. No, but yeah, the hash round table is going to be super important to put on the calendar, and who's going to be on it. So please reach out to us. If not, I might just say we put together little invites and say you are cordially invited to sit in on a breakfast hash round table, and here's what the objectives are.
Oh, I kind of like that. Can we send handwritten invitations through, like with a seal?
We can. We can do it old school. But either way, I think if we don't hear from people, maybe we just reach out to people that we believe will be really important to be on those panels. Again, I think we have to have different pieces of the industry talking through it, because it can't be four service guys sitting there, because we'll head down a dangerous road.
No.
You know, we need the other side, because there's two sides to everything, and we need to meet in the middle, and that's what it's about. And I think we need to. I think honestly, I think the discussion is, how do we move past flat rate? You know, a manufacturer saying, "Oh, we're not going to pay you for site survey. Just when you're in the area, swing in and do it." So should I tell my tech, okay, listen, they said just to swing in and do it, so I'm not gonna pay you. Come off the clock. I still got to pay this guy $30 an hour, $35 an hour, whatever it might be, plus all the stuff that goes into it. It's like $70 to get a high quality tech to a job. You know, and then you want me to spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, because nobody knows what's going on these sites. Like, no. You think, and if I got to do that, do you think I'm rushing? Where's the site survey, Rich? Next week. I got to go to paying customers.
So we got comments. Quentin, the theory is we are the manufacturer, so we should be valued as such.
The theory is we are the manufacturer.
Yeah, I think.
The theory. So yeah, the theory is we are the manufacturer.
So we should be valued as such.
Well, we should be valued, right? We should be valued as such. I had to think about that for a second. Absolutely, we should.
And then Anthony says, let's touch base and see where the opportunity might be if you need a speaker to focus on some industry customized leadership topics and breakout sessions. Thank you, Anthony. Definitely will touch base on that.
All right, let's connect. Thanks, brother.
And Aaron, hello, Aaron. He says, oh, don't forget to mention, if you have to call tech support and wait on hold for 2 hours, you cannot bill for that either.
That's another thing. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So, you know, and listen, this is good, because this is bringing the conversation to the top. If you talk about it, it grows legs and it becomes alive, right?
Ugh.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't want to know what that looks like.
I don't either. But when we're talking about it, we're making it real. And so here's how I think anyway. So you're telling me that you want to get a first time fix. You want us to run through all these different things, but if we have to sit on hold, because there's a lot of hold. I mean, I got 18 technicians in this phone that'll tell you how long they wait every day to get through the manufacturers for warranty diagnostics and different things. We like to document things because we don't want to be rejected. So I like to get these guys home. But well, you signed on hold for 40 minutes. Well, I'm not going to pay you to sit there 40 minutes. Okay, so then I'm leaving. Well, my technician found we needed to talk to you about this, this, and this, but now we're going to leave because we're not paying you. You want me to stay? Listen, nobody. Who do you get up in the morning for free? Like,
No.
you know, and I don't want to talk like it's all about money, but listen, money is the oxygen to every business. It's how we get to continue to exist. I want to exist. I want to exist for the next 40 years that I'm alive, hopefully.
Exist and grow.
And grow. I want to thrive. So I don't want to be nickel and dimed anymore. And again, the tables have turned. The pendulum has shifted. Service is gold. It's gold. There's no other way around it. It's the most necessary piece to the puzzle here. I mean, I got messages of, you know, people reaching out, you know, looking for help on the things. And I feel so bad because I can't get to all the stuff. Because there's such a high abundance of calls. It's mind blowing the amount of calls we have here. And I know other service companies are probably feeling the same thing, but I'm talking like school districts have opened. We got 10 calls from them yesterday, 14 from them, 20 from, I mean, we got like 100 something calls for a few schools alone. How are we getting to all this? And I have people saying to me, you know, Rich, I need you to get there on overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not even about the money or overtime. I'll pay whatever it costs. I just don't have physical bodies. I have people waiting weeks. I can't just put people to the front like that. You have to wait in line, and we're figuring it out. But I'm just saying, the service is gold. Certified installations. You know how many installations we come behind that some plumber did or some, and there's a post in there in the Fed group today as well, talking about.
Yes. I like that post.
Talking about, I think it was Jay with Colpack posting about, this is why you don't allow an electrician to touch stuff they know nothing about. Just, And then Taz comes in and goes, looks more handy person than electrician. I said what I said. But this is the thing, you know, when you have qualified, certified eyes on things that are doing things they're supposed to, and you have someone coming in, a handyman, electrician, they don't know this equipment. You're paying for the guys and the girls in this field that know the equipment, that see it 10,000 times a year. They know what needs to be done, and they get it done. So the discussion must continue.
I love how this wasn't even what we were going to talk about today, but it always comes back around.
Yeah.
This conversation always comes up.
Yeah, it does. Wait, what do we got? More stuff?
Nope. Mr. Jack Leg. What is that?
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know. But listen, we've taken up a lot of your time.
You got to get to the bank.
I gotta get to the banks. I gotta get to other things here. I think Flowers just got here. I don't know what that's about.
Those flowers.
Been waiting for a phone call forever, and it just came through on a live here. Hopefully, they left me a message. Okay, so listen, we got a lot to talk about. Breakfast Hash Round Table. If you want to be a part of it, reach out to me, Lisa. We're gonna figure some stuff out. We're gonna get some topics together. We're gonna schedule it. We're gonna film it via StreamYard, Zoom kind of thing.
Yep.
And we'll edit it. We'll make it real cool. Get some music going. We're gonna make it very entertaining to watch, but also bring in the value that the industry needs. And let's see if we can't get these service companies what they deserve at this point, which is no more flat fee, street rate, or as close to it as possible, and fair market value. I mean, that's what it's about. We want fair market value for what we bring to the table. I don't think that's unfair to ask. So let's keep talking about it. We're gonna keep doing it. It's Friday. We're going into the weekend. September is rolling through.
Woo.
Woo! Before I go, don't forget Ryan McCartney, keynote speaker, inspirational day one, culture of good. Go check him out. He'll be on FEDCon.com. Go get your tickets today. You want to sponsor? Let us know. And it's Friday again. Have a good weekend, Lise.
Have a good weekend.
Do anything good?
Not off the top of my head. I can't think of anything.
Not off the top of her head. Maybe she'll be laying some cement.
I have to power wash the front of my house.
There you go. Power washing. Whatever you do this weekend, have a beautiful weekend. Make it count. Enjoy time with family, whatever it is you're doing. If you got to work, do your thing. Listen, all good things ahead. So stay fired up. I'll see you next week.